The country's largest aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford, is now in Latin America as the U.S. ramps up its military presence in that area. That ship carries more than 4,000 sailors and dozens of tactical aircraft. And it comes as President Trump has directed the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, to continue deadly strikes on suspected drug boats in international waters headed for the U.S. NewsNation's Hannah Brandt is following these developments, joins us live from the White House. So, Hannah, what more do we know about this mission in South America?
Well, Nichole, this really is an escalation of the Trump administration's efforts to build up the U.S. military presence in this region as it ramps up that war on drug trafficking. And it comes as it continues those controversial strikes you mentioned on the alleged drug boats. The USS Gerald R. Ford is the Pentagon's largest aircraft carrier. As you said, it has more than 4,000 sailors and dozens of tactical aircraft aboard, so a lot of firepower on that carrier. And it was in late October that we heard Secretary Pete Hegseth direct it to leave from its position in the Mediterranean, and it was today that it arrived in Latin America, where the Pentagon says it's going to be part of countering narco-terrorism efforts. In a statement, Chief Pentagon spokesperson Sean Parnell said that the enhanced U.S. force presence in the U.S. Southcom area will bolster U.S. capacity to detect, monitor, and disrupt illicit actors and activities that compromise the safety and prosperity of the United States homeland and our security in the Western Hemisphere. Since September, we have seen the Trump administration strike at least 19 vessels as part of this fight against drugs, killing at least 75 people in these strikes and drawing significant criticism, both from Congress and from the international community. And the Ford carrier will bolster, as I said, U.S. firepower in the Caribbean. It brings the total number of U.S. naval assets in the region that we know of to 13. The War Department has also deployed 8 warships, multiple F-35 fighter jets, and at least 1 nuclear-powered submarine there as well, Nichole.
All right, so Hannah, we know that this growing U.S. military presence is also increasing tensions between President Trump and Venezuela's president. What more can you tell us?
That's right. These operations have really been a significant source of tension between the Trump administration and the leaders in Venezuela. The White House has actually called Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro an illegitimate leader. They say he's connected to drug trafficking operations in his country. Maduro has denied those accusations, and he's argued the U.S. with these operations is trying to force him out of office. Both countries really are bracing for the potential for further conflict, as we've heard President Trump even suggest he may order strikes on land in Venezuela, and that would be a really significant escalation of what's happening here. There are also concerns other countries may get involved in any larger clash that takes place. That includes Russia and China, who we know are closely aligned with Venezuela. Nichole?
All right, Hannah Brandt, live for us there in D.C. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.